Hello guys, welcome back to Audit Empire, the home of the best police encounters on the internet. Make sure to like the video and subscribe if you're new. Now, let's jump right into today's episode.
First Amendment is freedom of press, sir.
I thought it was freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of press, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Why are you so hostile? I'm just asking questions.
I'm not. I'm just being surrounded by men with guns because I'm being free.
Our first clip of the day here is brought to us by High Desert Community, and this one, we've got a similar situation that we've seen many times before. Do you think it's going to go any differently here? Well, it's a man recording in a public area, and an officer tries to approach him and tells him he shouldn't be doing this. Let's see how this goes.
What's going on tonight?
How much?
Okay. I'm Officer Boley with the West Sacramento Police Department. We were called out here tonight because you guys are videotaping.
Which is a First Amendment protected activity. You guys have a problem with that? I mean,
No, the gentleman that works for Ramos Oil Company has a problem with it.
well, that's not it's none of his business what I do legally in public.
Okay.
The way the First Amendment is set up is as long as I'm in a place where I'm allowed to be, I can take photographs of anything.
Okay.
I'm not. Is
that the First Amendment or are that
First Amendment is freedom of press, sir.
I thought it was freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech, freedom of religion, and freedom of press, sir.
Okay.
Yes.
Why are you so hostile? I'm just asking questions.
I'm not. I'm just being surrounded by men with guns because I'm being free. I don't understand.
Okay.
You guys have a good night, though.
Oh, you do the same. Take
Okay.
care.
Bye.
All right.
You guys are dismissed.
You don't dismiss me.
Yeah, you do. I do.
You don't
You work for the
dismiss me.
public, so you're dismissed. You have a good night. You're a public servant, right? You're a public official. You work for the citizens. I know what I'm doing, man. I know my rights.
Are you
I know,
a citizen of
it's
West
none of your
Sacramento?
business, man. I know my rights. You guys have a good night.
All right, you take care as well.
Okay.
All right. Did you have identification? Would you like to identify yourself for me?
No, I don't give armed men my ID. Can I see where you? Can I see where you live?
I didn't say where you live.
Well, that's what my ID would tell you.
I live in.
Okay. You have a good night, though.
Okay, you do the same.
Okay.
Where'd you guys park at?
You have a good night, sir.
So in this one, you could clearly see the officer's frustration, right? He's even asking the man here exactly what is the First Amendment. Please explain it to me in a way, he thinks it's one thing, doesn't realize that the freedom of press is there as well. And the man recording is right. He's on a public property. It doesn't really matter who's complaining or what the issue is here. He knows his rights. He's not breaking any laws here. And the officer actually knows it as well. And you could tell, right? He's frustrated as he walks back to his officer car.
Know what's going on behind.
Okay, we don't know and what's going on. You just woke us up out our sleep. There she go. There go Jazz right here.
Our next clip here, we've got a bunch of officers, and yes, it's a whole bunch of them, trying to get in this house here. They don't have a search warrant, it seems. You will hear one of the officers say, they're applying for it, but their foot is in the door here, and they're trying to make their way into this house. Let's see what you guys think.
4 o'clock in the morning. Do you have a warrant to come here, ma'am? Do you have a warrant to come here? Yes or no?
We're gonna apply for one.
I don't care. Yes or
I
no?
have to secure this.
Yes or no? Yes or
I
no?
have to secure this.
Yes or no?
Do
Why?
you not know what's going on behind?
Okay, we don't know and what's going on. You just woke us up out our sleep. There she go. There go Jazz right here. We really was asleep.
We own the house. We don't have to come out. We let you know.
Sure don't.
That way.
Why's your feet in the door, ma'am?
Because
What is your badge number?
You need to move your feet
What is
from
your
my door.
badge number,
You need to
ma'am?
move your feet from
What
the
is
door.
your badge number, ma'am? What is your badge number? Why is you here, ma'am? Why is you here?
because I'm securing this residence.
For what?
Security
For
residence.
what?
Why?
He got Jazz right here. For what?
Because of the incident that happened earlier.
What happened?
Come out the residence.
No, we don't have to come out no resident. No, we don't.
Yes, you do.
No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. No, we don't. We do not have to come out no residence.
Everybody's just gonna get in handcuffs.
I don't know what for.
And,
What for? What for? Why? Why is you gonna put me in handcuff? Because I'm asking you why you got your foot at the door. First of all, you asked to speak to Jazz. She came to the door. I'm asking you, can I get your badge number? I'm asking her. Jasmine right here, sir.
you have to step on up.
She's right here. They just woke us up out our sleep.
Okay. Well, all right. Like Jasmine, can you come out?
Jazz, You want to go out that door? Why is you got your feet in the door, man? Could you tell
It's
me?
for our safety.
No,
What's
hold
going
on.
on
Y'all
behind that
look,
door?
nothing. Y'all just look us
You
up.
want me to go through?
Jasmine.
You cannot go through. Do you have a search warrant?
You want me to go
You
through?
cannot go
Go
through
I
here.
just want Jasmine. That's all I want.
Okay, but she cannot serve. You know she cannot do that. Whoa. Whoa.
Hold on, bro.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Ain't nobody here. Ain't nobody here but us.
Listen, she ain't got no search warrant.
Whoa, she do not have a search warrant. You don't have a search warrant to come here.
Don't do that. Sir, the way that y'all just busted to my house.
Everybody out of the house.
Yes.
Out.
You don't
For what?
You don't have a search warrant, ma'am.
For what?
For
what?
Can you get a pair of pants?
Okay, don't touch me, sir. Why is she touching me?
Get a pair of pants on.
Okay, well, why is she touching me, sir?
Pants on.
What? Let me cut the light on. Cut the light on. Then get your hand out my face. Y'all woke me up out my.
Yeah, this is just, officers forcing themselves into this building. Again, we don't know the backstory here, exactly why an entire brigade of officers are here looking for someone, but the woman recording here, and alongside one more man in the house, it's clear, right, that they don't want these officers here, again, even without a warrant, and really they shouldn't be there. But they're obviously looking for someone, and who knows what the entire story is here.
Picture or two, and it's no big deal. Now you're going to hang around here and do this just to be a pain in the neck.
So you think it's a pain in the neck for me to stand on a public sidewalk and take
I'm
photographs?
asking you a question, and then I said, how are you about done? And, well, I'm going to be out here all day.
Our next clip here is brought to us by Honor Your Oath Civil Rights. In this one, we've got another man recording in public, and the officer approaches him about it. Let's have a look at this one.
What are you doing all this for?
I'm just taking pictures out in public. She's telling me I can't take pictures from a public
usually
sidewalk.
people take a picture. You're standing up here doing a bunch of pictures and video.
Right, I'm just...
The CDC at a government facility these days, it makes everybody nervous.
Well, I understand that, but I have no ill will, no ill intent or anything like that. I'm just...
Are you finished?
No, I'm going to be out here for a while, taking photos and taking pictures.
Why?
I really don't feel like I have to explain why.
Just to be a pain in the neck, I guess.
I'm just taking... Do you think it's a pain in the neck for somebody to take pictures out in public?
Most people take a picture or two, and it's no big deal. Now you're going to hang around here and do this just to be a pain in the neck.
So you think it's a pain in the neck for me to stand on a public sidewalk and take photographs?
I'm asking you a question, and then I said, how are you about done? And, well, I'm going to be out here all day. I mean, come on.
I didn't say all day. I said I'm going to be out here till I get what I need. Right? I mean, it's not illegal, though, right?
No, it's not.
Okay, good. She was demanding to see my phone and delete the pictures and all kind of stuff.
Well,
Can I get your name, please, and your ID number, your employee ID number, so I can speak to your supervisor, please? Ma'am?
Well, we can call everybody out here right now and just get it over with now. This is what I mean. You want to push this, and look, you're in a public area. I understand that, okay?
Right.
And it's not against the law to take pictures.
Right.
Okay? But I don't understand why you have to be like you're being right now just because you
I don't
can.
understand why you got to be like you're being right now and have her come out here and tell me that I can't take pictures and demand to see my
Okay, I just told you
pictures.
that's not correct, okay?
That's what she did. She came out here and she's demanding to see my phone.
Well, is it the end of the world? Okay, it's not that big a deal. You're making it into one.
No, you're the one making it. It's all you guys got to do is
normal
go
people
away.
Stand out here and take a few pictures, and that's it. So now you're going to stand out here for how long? Just because you can.
Right.
Just because somebody asked you a few questions.
Just because I can. That's right.
You're real mature.
What's your name? D.D. Roseman.
D.D.
What's your
Roseman.
badge number?
1429. It's right
Okay.
there.
Are we done?
Yeah.
Okay. Have
Stay
a nice
off
day.
the property.
Where's the property beginning in?
Right here.
Right here.
Just
okay.
Stay out here, and you'll be all right.
That's fine. If you could let her know.
Are you here for a tour, or why are you here?
I'm just out in public taking. Just out in public taking pictures.
Can't you just answer a question? Like
I'm just out in public
adult?
taking pictures.
Do you live around here?
I'm not answering. I'm not answering any further questions. I would like to remain silent from this point on.
Stay out here.
Okay.
Don't go past the sign.
All right. Can I get her name? What is your name, so I can speak to your supervisor?
Let's go take your pictures.
Don't tell me what to do. What is your name and what is your ID number?
So yeah, similar situation from what we're used to seeing, right? But this officer, he knew that it's not against the law for this man to stand, in a public property taking pictures of, it seems like it was the CDC or, one of those buildings. And of course, someone's going to approach him and ask him, right? But really the officer's only defense is claiming that this man recording isn't like normal people, right? Who just come through, maybe take a picture or two and move on. So that really was his only defense, and saying that the man wasn't mature and this and that. Well, unfortunately, officer, there's really nothing you can do about it. You got to just move on, man.
Come up and Monday.
So why is it so difficult, Sergeant Tree, for you to give me a name of an officer that's on your shift that I want to file a complaint against? I don't want to come to this police department. That's the last thing I want to do.
Okay, you don't want me to do that?
This next clip here, we've got a man that just seems like he wants an officer's name. He is recording out here and approaching these officers, or they approached him. Again, we only see what's in the clip here, but it just seems like he's after that officer's name, and this is kind of the whole part of the game in this clip, right? What's this officer's name?
It doesn't say you can't be. It says police vehicles only. It says police vehicles only. Safety. All right, let me get on the sidewalk. We're going on the sidewalk. I just want to get his name.
His name? Why do you need his name?
Because you guys are still clear accredited and you have a policy that says...
you can just go to the police department and get it.
I'm asking you.
So you can just go up to the police department and get his name.
Yeah, so you're Sergeant Treat?
Yes, sir.
So you won't give me this officer's name that you're required to give it. You should be courteous. Conduct unbecoming an officer.
You show up Monday.
I got to wait till Monday?
Yes.
Really?
Yeah. What's the issue with the money?
I'm going to file a complaint against him.
I mean, you can come up and Monday.
So why is it so difficult, Sergeant Tree, for you to give me a name of an officer that's on your shift that I want to file a complaint against? I don't want to come to this police department. That's the last thing I want to do.
Okay, you don't want me. Did you ask me for his name? Because you were...
1, 2, 3, 4 times. Is it not the policy to give it? Yes, I asked for his name.
Okay. Like I said, all you have to do is come to the police department. You need a printout. You can even call up and
they'll charge me for it. I don't want to print out.
You can get an email.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You're here right now. You know who that is. When I describe him, it's a bald guy, kind of tall. Well, that guy's a bald guy, kind of tall too. But I think his name is... So what's your other officer's name?
I mean, they're all on our city website.
So now I have to do a photo lineup with your officers because you as a sergeant won't tell me this guy's name is.
Listen.
If you tell me his name, I'm going to file a complaint against you. That's it.
I don't understand what the issue is. It's just that you can go to the front.
I do. I need your assistance. I need to know that officer's name right there. That's all I need.
Okay. And you're good?
That's it.
Okay, Officer Dianato.
Dianato.
Yep.
That's it.
I'm sure you guys feel the same way. I just felt like I was watching, what's his name? And that's kind of went through there until at the end, the other officer finally gave up the officer's name that the guy recording was looking for. Not sure what was so hard about that. The officer just kept trying to tell him, come to the office on Monday or look online for it. Well, I don't see why it took so long for him to just tell the officer's name. Could have been solved very quickly here. So, applaud the man recording here for his patience, but yeah, interesting. Wonder if he was actually finally able to submit that complaint against that officer.
My policy is I don't identify myself unless you
then I'm going to ask
suspect
you to
me.
stop recording. I'm going to ask you to leave, and if you refuse to do that, then we'll take it up from the stuff from here. And
Why would you stop me from recording?
Because there's no need for you to be out here.
And for our last clip of the day here, we've got this one from the Long Island audit, and it's another situation of a man recording in public, and the officers want to say something about it. As they approach him, we see it unfold. Let's take a look at this one.
How are you? Good.
Lieutenant Coke, South Lake Police Department. Can we help you with?
No.
No?
Your name is Sergeant?
I'm Lieutenant Coke with the South Lake Police Department.
And your name, Sergeant?
Jennifer.
Thank you.
I just got a call saying you're kind of walking around, like taking photos of people's tags and in their cars and stuff.
Yeah, that's what I was
Is there a
doing.
reason for that?
Yeah, I'm a journalist. I was just gathering content for a story. I'm taking pictures of like the different license plates and stuff.
So, taking personal license plates and government tags, or?
Well, I don't know what's the difference between personal and government. Some of them say.
Government, one doesn't.
Well, one of them over here says law enforcement on it, so I don't know. You know what I
Are
mean?
you from Mississippi, or?
Oh, I'm not from the area. No.
Where are you from?
I don't want to answer that. Don't want to answer that. Yeah.
Who do you work for? We're journalists.
I'm independent, meaning that I work for myself. That's
Do you have
correct.
an ID on you?
No, I don't have any ID on me. No.
You don't have any type of form of identification?
No,
anything,
no.
Something with a picture on it?
No.
Nothing at all?
No.
Do you have an ID out of a state?
What does it matter if I have an ID?
because it's policy for us when we get out and speak with somebody, we identify who they are, so that way we can add it to our CAD notes, so that way if something happens or somebody wants to file a complaint or whatever, it makes it easier for our bosses to know who we got and spoke with.
Yeah, Lieutenant, I do have an ID.
Okay.
I don't have it on me, and I don't make it a habit. It's my policy not to identify myself.
Okay.
Unless I committed a crime, no. Or
Well, it's not necessarily you committed a crime. Again, it's when we make contact with the public, we usually, well, I say usually, we always we always get a name, date of birth, some sort of identification for them, whether it be via citation if they've made a traffic stop, or they call us out there, or we get a call from, say, City Hall.
Yeah.
Says, hey, somebody's walking around out here looking suspicious, taking photos of people's cars, of their license plates, and that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
No, and I understand your policy completely.
Right. So that policy is, I'm going to ask you for your identification. So
yeah.
if you don't have it on you, I need to get your name, date of birth.
My policy is I don't identify myself
Okay.
unless you
then I'm going to ask
suspect
you
me.
to stop recording. I'm going to ask you to leave, and if you refuse to do that, then we'll take it up from the stuff from here. And
Why would you stop me from recording?
Because there's no need for you to be out here.
Here.
You're on.
So
I
because
understand it's
so,
government
so you're saying because I won't
I'm asking you to leave. Is what I'm asking you.
Because I won't identify myself to you. You're saying that I cannot engage in my constitutionally protected activity. That's what you're saying.
Well, no, I'm asking you to leave. Is what I'm asking you.
But I have every right to be here, no?
Well, I have every right to ask you for your ID, but you don't want to give me that. So it's tit for tat.
But it's not a tit for tat.
Okay.
That's not very professional of you.
What was your name?
That's not very professional, sir.
What was your name?
Sir, I told you my policy is I don't.
Okay, where's your name?
Sir, I don't give my ID unless you
Have a good
suspect me of committing a crime, sir.
All right, you can have a good day. Well, the crime would be I'm asking you for something which is a lawful order, and you're failing to obey that lawful
No,
order.
you need reasonable, articulable suspicion of a crime that I'm committing or I'm about to commit in order to
You just
demand.
did by not giving me the information that I asked for.
That's not true.
Okay, I know who he is. He's one of these.
Just because I know the law,
If you could,
you know who I am.
All right.
Well, please.
One thing, if you want to look at the cars that are identifiably marked as police department,
So
by all means,
this camera over here says law enforcement. Is that?
That's actually a personal tag.
So why does it say? Why would they do that? Preferential
because the state of
treatment.
Mississippi has law enforcement tags that actually sponsor law enforcement activities, i.e., the benevolence fund. So when a cop gets killed, their family has money that's given to them to help support them because they lost the income.
I can respect that. Yeah.
That's what that tag's for.
Okay.
The only cars that you're going to be allowed to look at out in this lot are ones that are clearly marked as South Haven Police Department or have a government tag, like on my own marked unit, that has a government tag. Outside of that, you cannot take pictures of those cars. You can't take pictures of the inside of those cars because that's private property. And by doing such, you are trespassing into that private property.
That's ridiculous.
Okay, I'm just telling you that's how it's going to work.
You can't trespass the eyes, and at the end of the day, if it's in public, I could see it. If you went up on a traffic stop and you're looking in somebody's, it's the
I'm
plain,
telling you right now,
it's the plain view doctrine.
looking
It's
at
the
these
plain,
cars.
it's the plain view doctrine, correct?
Plain
If
view.
you could see it, are you trespassing
What is your
into?
reasonable suspicion to be out here to look at that car?
Are you when
Tell
you
me
look
what
in when you're on a
tell me what
traffic
you-
stop, Lieutenant? Please, I'll let you talk. Can you let me talk?
I
When
will
you're at a traffic stop and you're looking in somebody's car with your flashlight, do you have any reasonable suspicion or anything? No, because it's called the plain view doctrine. Anything you can see from public,
Right. What's the difference between you and me?
nothing really.
Is it not? Because I have this on here,
Yeah.
and it's also a
You
safety
have a
hazard
badge.
for me when I'm looking at that car, whether or not somebody's hiding in that back seat with a gun to do something to me.
Yeah, it's-
You, on the other hand, have openly admitted you are a journalist out
Correct.
there getting beef footage for something, but you're also doing that not on government property, not on government vehicles, but on personal vehicles.
But they're in public. They're in public.
But we have reasonable suspicion.
So you're going to go to
unless we
Walmart and do the
stop
same thing? Are you going to Walmart and do the same thing?
Well, Walmart would be private property, sir. This is public property, sir. That's the difference.
Okay.
This is public property.
Well, I'm asking you not to look.
I understand
in my
I understand what
officer's
you're asking me, sir.
Because
I
not every
understand.
vehicle out here is for an officer.
I
Some of these
understand
are
that.
public cars, the people that are up here that are filing complaints, legit complaints, that have emergencies or talking to us because something happened to them that involves the law enforcement needing to be there. So now you're taking a photo of a car that may belong to somebody that doesn't have anything to do with law enforcement outside of the contact that needs to be made with them.
You guys run plates all day. Anybody who's
And we have
parked in
the right to do that.
If I'm in Walmart, giving your example, if I'm in Walmart and I'm going inside of Walmart, I can see the plates from anywhere I can. Sir, I think you're being unreasonable.
I'm not.
You
I'm
are.
being very reasonable. I'm being very reasonable.
What you're trying to do is violate my constitutional rights, and I'm not going to let that happen here today.
There's no violation going here.
Okay,
And
great.
I'd like to know what you got a card so I can see what website you're going to post this to so I can watch it later.
No, you'll find it. I guarantee you. You'll be very much aware of where it's being posted to. Okay.
Okay. All right, have a good day.
You guys can have a great day now.
Thanks.
Thank you.
So this man here is, yes, recording in public property, and there's a couple officers, but the main one that he's dealing with, I gotta say, you know, the man recording did an amazing job at keeping his composure here, because this officer was really trying to just kind of play around with the wording and the things that he was saying, and even giving these basically examples, like the Walmart example, you know, trying to justify his whole point, and really, it has no say here, just in terms of he's not like the man recording is not violating any laws, he's not doing anything wrong, and everything that he's doing is actually just kind of protected by the Constitution, right? It's his constitutional right to do this thing, and that's why at the end there, the officers just kind of give up and they say, have a good day, you know, because they realize that this is a losing battle against someone who is very educated on their rights. And, you know, so hopefully they learned a little bit from this interaction, hopefully, with the Long Island audit. Thanks for watching till the end. Make sure to hit that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe for more crazy police encounters like these.